Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing a DVD Blu-ray update for September 2018. I've ended up with quite a few DVDs and Blu-rays this month, so I'm just going to get straight into it. And starting off with the DVDs and Blu-rays that I picked up from Sanity, the first couple I have are TV shows, and first one is Elementary Season 4, so I now have up to Season 4 of this show because I got Season 2 and 3 last month, I believe, and yeah, I'm trying to sort of finish out collections that I started back a few years ago, and so sort of now they're a little bit cheaper, I can sort of pick them up, and I'm hoping to get to Elementary by the end of the year because I want to do a rewatch and then catch up on the show, because this is one of the shows that sort of suffered during the great TV slump of 2016-2017, because I know they're like, I think they finished Season 6 now, and I've only watched like the second episode of Season 5. That was like the last episode I watched, so I've got a bit of catching up to do, but I'm in a huge Sherlock Holmes mood at the moment, and I kind of want to revisit Elementary from the start, so I've sort of been getting the seasons, and yeah, I've got up to Season 5, so hopefully pick up I've got up to Season 4, and hopefully I can pick up Season 5 down the line if it becomes a bit cheaper, because that one's only just come out. So yeah, so that's the first TV show I picked up. And then I also finally got Game of Thrones Season 7. Now I've only seen the first episode of Season 7 of Game of Thrones because, again, kind of fell a bit behind with the TV shows, and I've also decided I wanted to rewatch this closer to when Season 8 comes out, and then not have to wait for such a huge gap in the show, because obviously Season 8 is going to be the last season, so I'm planning on doing a rewatch of seasons, like obviously Seasons 1 through to 6, and then finally watch Season 7 hopefully closer to when Season 8 is going to air, and yeah, and then watch it that way. So, but I mean, obviously everyone knows about Game of Thrones, so I don't have to say too much about this, but yeah, I really do enjoy it. Just yeah, fell behind, like with a lot of my shows, so, but this is definitely one that I want to catch up and finish, so, but yeah, so that's Game of Thrones Season 7. And then I have one DVD, it's, yeah, so I know this has been released on Blu-ray, but I just sort of decided, since I've never owned this particular movie, I thought, you know what, I'll just get it on DVD because they've sort of reissued it, and that is Spice World, the movie. I was a huge Spice Girls fan back in the heyday of Spice Girls, like, because, you know, I'm a 90s kid, like, Spice Girls was everything back then, and I loved the movie when I was younger, but I've never owned it. I rented it on VHS a few times, but yeah, I've never actually owned it in my collection, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pick it up, and yeah, so I just got the DVD, and yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but hopefully soon, so sort of relive all the 90s nostalgia, so yeah, so that's Spice World, the movie. And then I got a couple of horror movies because I'm hoping to do 31 days of horror next month, so like watch one horror movie a day, because I did that last year, and it yeah, it ended up working quite well, so I got that. And yeah, so basically these next two are part of the same franchise, because it's one that I'm hoping to rewatch. Well, two of the movies I'm hoping to rewatch, and then the next one of them is one that I've never seen but I've heard very mixed things about. And the first one is The Conjuring 2, so I haven't seen this since I saw it at the cinema. I did really enjoy it, but yeah, I haven't picked it up for the collection, so, and I've got the first one, so I thought yeah, to get this one and then I can rewatch the films. And then I also picked up Annabelle. This is the first one. Yeah, again, I know a lot of people are mixed on this, but I know Annabelle Creation is on Netflix, so if I do end up enjoying this, I can just watch it on the sequel on Netflix, so I'm not in a huge rush to go out and pick that one up, so I just thought, oh, in case I don't like this one, so, and I got it for like relatively cheap, so I'm not, you know, that concerned about how much I paid for it. So yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'll watch it over October. So yeah, so I got that one. And then speaking of films that I haven't seen since the cinema, that one is The Great Gatsby. Now this one I'm actually curious about because since I saw this, when I first saw this at the movies, I hadn't read the book, but I've now since read the book and I absolutely love the book. And now I'm just sort of like, so I read that one a few years ago, like I think it was back in 2015 I read the book. And now I'm sort of like, I'm kind of curious to see how I feel about this movie, having now read the book. So, yeah, that's sort of, like, because I sort of was looking through stuff as part of like a multi-deal, and I thought, you know what, I haven't seen The Great Gatsby since I saw it at the cinema, and I did actually quite like this adaptation. So, yeah, I decided to go ahead and add it to the collection. So that was The Great Gatsby. And the next couple I have are from Amazon. So the first one is one that I've been wanting for a while, but it hasn't been a good price, and I was like, don't want to pay too much for it. But it finally dropped to like, I think I paid $33 for this, which for this show is actually pretty cheap. And that is Doctor Who Series 10. So, yeah, I finally got Series 10 in the collection. And yeah, so basically I just finished watching the first Doctor era, so I'm now up to the second Doctor, and so I'm like way off getting to the 12th Doctor run. But who knows, maybe like 5 years from now I'll still be talking about how I'm like in the middle of the you know, 4th Doctor run or something. But so it's taken me like a year just to finish the first Doctor. But I did want to pick up Series 10, like, because I like to have the as many, obviously, as the seasons in my collection as I can. And yeah, so I got Series 10, which is, no, I won't be rewatching it before Series 11 comes out, which is like next week, but, cause, yeah, which I can't wait for. I'm actually really excited about the new season, so, but yeah, I just thought I would pick this up so that I have it when I eventually do get to Series 10 in my rewatch. So, but again, who knows when that will be. But yeah, so that is Doctor Who Series 10. I got this, yeah, I think I said I got this from Amazon, Amazon Australia, because that's the only place I can get things from Amazon now, thanks to our government. But that is a whole other story. Won't get, try not to get political on this channel. So yeah, so then the other one that I got from Amazon Australia as well was Cinderella. This is the live action film from 2015. I quite enjoy this version, but yeah, I haven't seen it for a few years, and this was like $9 on Amazon Australia, and I thought, you know what, $9, you can't really beat that price. So I thought, I did like the movie, yeah, so I decided to go ahead and add it to the collection. So those were what I got from Amazon. And then the next, actually I think the remaining, I'm just going to make a bit more, yeah, actually, yeah, the next stacks that I have here are actually from JB Hi-Fi, because they had some sales on this past month. I mainly got TV shows from them because they had a fantastic deal on some TV shows on Blu-ray. But I did pick up one movie from JB, and that was A Quiet Place. This was a relatively new release, and I did see this one at the cinema, and I really enjoyed it. It was, yeah, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, and yeah, I thought it was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to rewatching it over, like throughout, at some point next month. So yeah, I just decided to pick up A Quiet Place because I got this with 20% off. So there's that one. And then now for the I got 4 TV shows on Blu-ray. They were like they were $10 each, so it's like, can't pass up that opportunity. So I have 2 TV shows that I've never seen before, and I've also finished off a show that I was collecting. So first one that I have is 11/22/63. I believe this is a mini-series that aired a couple of years ago, but I've been wanting to see it because I read the book last year and it was one of my favourites of that year, so I'm really excited to see how they adapt it. So yeah, have 11/22/63, and then the other one that I have that I've never seen but I've heard fantastic things about this show, and that is The Leftovers. This is the first season, because they actually had season 2 I think for under $10 as well, but I thought, you know what, I'll just get the first season, see if I like it or not, and then that way if I didn't like it then I haven't spent too much money on it, and yeah, don't have the remaining seasons, but it seems interesting, so it could be like, seems like a type of show that I would actually like. So yeah, so that's The Leftovers season 1. And then the show that I've finished off completing, so I've got all seasons of this on Blu-ray, and that is Person of Interest season 4 and Person of Interest season 5. I had seasons 1 to 3, and yeah, so now I've got the complete series, and yeah, this one is, yeah, it's definitely incredible shows. I loved it. Like, I love this show. I definitely do want to do a rewatch at some point, because yeah, I finished watching it when like I have seen all of it, but yeah, I definitely do want to do a rewatch, because it's such a like thought-provoking and extremely relevant show in like for this day and age. But yeah, it's just like, it's so well done, and like some of the episodes, like, it's sort of, you know, it can get you on the edge of your seat, because you're sort of like, what's happening? Wait, is this happening, or is this happening? And but yeah, really incredible show. Definitely recommend checking it out if you can find it, because yeah, as I said, the show has finished sadly, but at least like it got to wrap up. So, but yeah, it's definitely one that I will be rewatching at some point in the future. So that is Person of Interest season 4 and season 5. So yeah, you know, can't complain getting them for like $10. So that was that one. And then the last 4 that I have are actually all from HMV. So Mum and Dad went to the UK this past month, and my main request was to, like, I had a wish list of some Blu-ray titles that aren't available in Australia, and some of them aren't available in Australia. I found out later one of them was getting a Blu-ray release in Australia, but I just thought, you know what, if they can find it, I'll, you know, if they can get it for me, that would be great. So yeah, I have a few titles here that they got for me, and the main one that I wanted was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4, because these seasons go for a ridiculous amount in Australia. Like, some of them are still, like, can retail for $70, like seasons 1 and 2. And I very rarely see them drop in price, so, because I got seasons 1 to 3 from the UK back when I could still get shipping from Amazon UK, and yeah, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was another show that I fell massively behind on, so I've rewatched seasons 1 and 2, so I'm now up to season 3, and because I'm at the moment, my plan is actually to finish getting caught up on Supergirl, and then I want to finish catching up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I know season 6 isn't airing until the summer, or well, our winter basically. But so I've got a bit of time before I can play catch up with. But I did want season 4 in my collection, so that was that one. So that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4, and then I got 3 movies that were like part of, I think, a 3 for £20 deal. But they're sort of ones that haven't been released in Australia yet. And the first one I have is Seven Samurai. I did watch this movie a couple of years ago. I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix Australia, but I did watch it, and yeah, this film was just fantastic. I can see why it gets praised so much. I definitely do want to give it a rewatch at some point. So yeah, but this was definitely a film I wanted in my collection. I did really enjoy it when I watched it. So that was Seven Samurai. And then the last 2 films that I have are both upgrades from when I had the DVD release, but I sold them off, and then I sort of regretted selling those ones off, because I was like, I really want to watch them, and then I was like, but you don't have the DVDs anymore, and I hadn't got around to sort of getting them back. And then I thought, oh, if they can find the Blu-rays because they've been released in the UK, I thought, you know what, I'll see if they can get them there, and they managed to, and in particular it was this film that I wanted the most because I was like, oh, I've been really wanting to rewatch that, and that is Small Soldiers. Yes, not the greatest movie ever, but I just remember having so much fun watching it, and I don't think I've seen it since, like, I was, like, in high school, like, sort of, maybe year 6, year 7, but, yeah, I've definitely been wanting to rewatch it, and I didn't have it in the collection, so I thought, oh, they've got, like, UK's got it a Blu-ray release, so I thought, you know, I'd see if they can get it there, and they did, so hopefully we'll be rewatching it soon. So yeah, so that's Small Soldiers, and then the other one is actually one I don't think I've actually seen all the way through, because I've seen bits and pieces, but my, yeah, I had it on, as I said, I had it on DVD, but I never ended up watching it, so I've now got it back in the collection again to actually either rewatch it or watch it, most of it, for the first time, and that's his Space Jam. Yeah, I think of, yeah, I remember bits and pieces of this film, but I don't know if I've seen it all the way through, so it'll be interesting sort of going back and revisiting, because I think they're doing a Space Jam 2 now. I'm pretty sure I've seen, I've heard reports they're doing season 2. It's sort of, oh, not season 2, Space Jam 2, so start with LeBron James, I think that's who's attached to it. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really been following the news that closely, but yeah, I think sort of it'd be interesting to sort of watch this and see what I think of it. Like, yeah, I'm not expecting much from it, but I think it'd be, you know, fun for like an easy hour-and-a-half watch. So, but yeah, so that is the last film that I have Blu-ray that I have to show in this update. So that is Space Jam, and there we have it. So that is everything that I've picked up in the month of September. Yeah, definitely went a bit overboard, so I'm not expecting October's, or like maybe like October, November's, I'm not expecting to be like massive, because obviously there's Christmas and Boxing Day sales, so I'm planning on taking advantage of those, but I think the next 2 months should be a bit quieter, but yeah, I was pretty happy with what I picked up, so sort of nice getting back into the DVD Blu-ray collecting again. So yeah, so that's basically everything, so I'm just going to stop it here, and thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!